What's going on, guys? I'm back. We're going to be talking about the Intel World Open. I wanted to expand a little bit on the details that me and James talked about on the podcast that we did last week. Dive a little deeper into the formats and into what you guys can expect. The signups are open now. So if you want to be a part of this for your country, go sign up. You still have a little while until, qualifiers, and we'll get into that in just a little bit here. But first, we'll start with the qualifiers and how this all works. So the one thing that we knew going in was that there's 3 stages to this. There's going to be the open qualifiers, then the event in Katowice, Poland, I think that's how you say that. I'm not really sure. Where the top 16 countries will play for 7 spots to go to Tokyo. The 7 spots for Tokyo is because Japan will be automatically in that bracket. So we won't have to worry about that. So let's get into this real quick. I might be a little jumbled up here or there because there was a couple things I couldn't find. So we'll try and find it while we're live here. But, yeah, let's just get into it. So first, you have national qualifiers. So there's 2 different types of qualifiers, national and regional. National qualifiers are just like that country will go to Poland. They don't play in their region with other countries near them. They just play their country only, and that country automatically gets a spot in Poland. Again, 16 spots available there. So that is Australia, Brazil, Canada, China, France, Germany, Japan, but Japan will be in Tokyo, the UK, and the United States of America. So those will be the ones that will go straight to Poland. Then you have regional qualifiers, and all of these have 1 spot except for Europe. So Africa, they'll get 1 spot. Asia, Asia Maritime, and Oceania. Europe, which will get 3 teams coming out of the Europe region, because, again, there's so many countries there. Latin America, Mexico, and southward. So it's not, because Mexico is not an automatic bid. There's no one else in North America left, really. So they're playing with all of South America besides Brazil. And, everything in between there. The Middle East as well will get a spot. So there is a little map here that someone made on Reddit. I don't actually have the name by chance, but this is how you can kind of see who gets what. So the red countries are the ones that just get a direct spot to Poland. We could probably zoom in a little bit and then scroll around here. So yeah, there we go. That's much better. So the red spots are the countries that just get the automatic bid to Poland. And then the other ones, they're all color-coded in their each ones. The only ones that don't have anything are the black ones. As you can see, they cannot play. Everyone else in the world can play. So, like pink, for instance, is Mexico and all South America and all of this junk all over here. All these little islands everywhere. I could probably name like 3 of these islands, and that's about it. But any of them can play. But they will only get 1 team to go there. All of Africa, they get 1 team. All of the Middle East, they get 1 team. Europe gets 3 teams. You see all these little countries? There's a lot of countries in Europe. Did you know? So they'll be competing for 3 spots. Now, one thing for the Europe qualifiers is you cannot have 2 teams from the same country make it. So if that does happen, it'll go down to the 4th team. And if they're in the same country as one of the other teams, it'll go down to the 5th team, and so on and so forth until we find our teams. And then we got the Oceania, Asia, and then the rest of Asia here in the purple outside of China. So that is what that looks like. So again, a truly global event for Rocket League for the very first time. It's going to be a blast. So we got that all done. Now let's talk formats a little bit. The only one I couldn't find is the exact Tokyo format for if it's best of 5 or best of 7. I'm seeing things on Reddit that were saying it was best of 5, but I couldn't find that. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. First, we're going to go over the qualifiers. Qualifiers, double elimination tournament. 1 tournament. You get 1 chance at this to make it in. Now, one of the key things for that, which I'm actually going to bring it up here so you guys can see it, is it'll be best of 3 until we get down to, your top 32 or so forth, which I don't think is terrible. It's mostly just we're trying to weed out some of those lower end teams, so it doesn't last forever. It depends how many teams sign up, obviously. Then it goes to best of fives, like a normal double elimination tournament will be. But the big deal, grand finals, a one map advantage in a best of five. So it is huge to come through the upper bracket, because normally when you get a one-map advantage, I feel like they go to a best-of-7, but this doesn't say that here at least. So that is a huge advantage, and rightfully so. They haven't lost. You can either do that or make them lose 2 series back-to-back. So a one-map advantage there, that is monumental. So you want to make sure that you could come through the upper bracket when you're competing here. Because, again, only one team makes it from each. And then we go down to 3 teams for Europe. I got a fly in my face. I don't know what's going on here. 3 teams for Europe. So, you'll get your 2 upper finalists and then one of those lower bracket guys as well will make it through. So that's that. Next up, the format for Poland, which is not in the rule set. At least I couldn't find it. But it is on the website. So this format is perfect. Like, I think the format for qualifiers makes sense because there is so many countries that have to do it. Like, personally, I would prefer if, like, my ideal format for the regional qualifiers and for this is, like, I truly want the best teams to make it to Poland. And I feel like when you have a double elim, sometimes people just go on good runs and it's not necessarily the best team. Now, there's always you play what's given to you and it's a big moment and you have to win. I would have preferred maybe like you get your top 6 from your double like elimination tournament, so you still get like the majority of all the best teams. And then what I would have loved if it was like a round robin after that with those 6 teams, then you just take top 2. The top 2 that had the best records, and then you're like, all right, we know you're the top 2. You're going to play one best of 7 to determine who goes to Poland. And I think it would have been really cool because it would have been like, you could have had one weekend of like the double elimination part, maybe even the round robin part if you really wanted to, on a different day on the weekend. Of course, this is a lot of stuff to do for 16 regions or 17 regions or whatever. But then you like save all of those grand finals from all these regions and like put them on a show, right? Where it's just like, all right, we're going to find which team is going for each of these. And that would have been a really cool stream to just watch, like, all right, every best of 7 over this weekend matters so much and just, like, how that all plays out. So that would have been, like, my dream format. But, again, with all these regions doing it, that would have taken a long time. So we got just a one-off tournament, so you have to make sure you show up and win that. Then you go to Poland, which I think Poland is the best format that they could have drawn up. It's the format that I was thinking of when I was thinking of what format to choose. Now, there could be better formats out there, but I'm too dumb to think of them. At least the one I thought of is the one they use, so I'm going to think it's the best. That's how it works. So the way it works is 2 groups of 8 teams will battle it out. They'll seed them, somehow. They'll try and even it out, I bet. But 2 groups of 8, and then so you do a round robin stage. Then you just take the top 2 from each group, and they're into Tokyo. They don't have to worry about a bracket stage, anything like that. For the rest of the teams, not all of them, which we'll get into in a second, double elimination bracket, which will be amazing. Like, this whole event in Poland is going to be so cool because you have like all these great players, these underdog countries coming in. It's a 4-day event. Gave me so many clutch games happening where like teams are fighting for one of those top 2 spots in their group, and if they fall out, then it's like, oh, now we got to play on probably the final day, like in this bracket stage, and it's gonna be really, really exciting. So then we'll find the 3 extra teams from that bracket stage where the 2 groups will collide, and we'll find out who goes to Tokyo. And I actually have, if we go back here to the prize money, I think it was called. It's probably the best way to get here. I have to go through a couple of these. Here we go, prize money. So we'll talk about prize money for Tokyo in a second. But first I wanted to go over here to the Poland stuff because we didn't know exactly how this works. So in the group stage, if you come in first and second, you go to Tokyo. So 1-2 means you come in first in your group. 3-4 means you come number 2 in your group because, there's 2 teams that were in first, so now you're 3rd and 4th. So that's how that works. Then after that, you got 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th will make it to the next stage. That means 8 teams will go into that double elimination bracket. And if you finish in the bottom 2, you're out. You're out of the tournament, but you still walk away with some prize money, $3,500 and $4,000 for that. But you take those 8 teams, go into a bracket that'll be seeded, based on where you were in your groups. It'll probably, like Group A's number 3 versus Group B's number 6, and so on and so forth. You play through all that, you get down to 3 teams. So 8 teams, you cut that down to 3. Still pretty good odds, but it should be really fun. I think the only thing that I might have done a little bit differently is give like a little bit of a bonus to like 3rd and 4th place in a group and maybe cut out a couple extra teams. But then at that point, it's like a lot of the games in the group stage might not matter. So like this works. So you get 8 teams, a double elimination for all the marbles to go to Tokyo. And so I feel like in this tournament, that's like, that's the big deal, I think, for a lot of these guys to just go to Tokyo. After that, single elimination bracket, first place gets $75K. And I think a lot of people are going to be a little upset. It's like, oh, there's going to be teams that go out to this event and play one series. It might be a best 5. It might be a best 7. I'm not completely sure on that because it didn't say in these, but I think someone found them somewhere. Either way, I really do feel like teams are just going to be really excited, like if they make it out of Katowice to just go to Tokyo. It's going to be amazing to just experience that and then like hang out after. The Olympics are going to begin and you'll get to like hang out in Tokyo during the Olympics. Is going to be amazing. It's going to be absolutely amazing to just like go see some events or just go see Tokyo, which is not something that people in the West normally get to do on someone else's coin, right? So that to me feels like the true prize. Obviously, you want to win the whole thing for your country, but I'm not like too upset about these teams. Like if they come out and they lose one series, it's like, hey man, like you're still in Tokyo, just enjoy it, right? So sure, could have been double elim, but it is what it is, right? So some good prize money here. They basically tried to split up the prize money a decent amount, so teams are picking up a lot of money here or there, as you can see where like so hold on, I just want to see one thing here real quick. So the top 3 here go to Tokyo from Katowice, and then if you miss out on Tokyo, you get around 6K all the way down to 3,500. So that's not terrible, but they're trying to split up this prize pool amongst a lot of teams, which is why it's only 75K for first, which again, I think it's more for the experience more than anything. So it's going to be an amazing event. I'm trying to think if I missed anything else. The only other thing is you can't use licensed cars at the Intel World Open. So any Batmobile users or just like licensed items in general. But usually it only matters for like the cars. So Batmobile will be the only thing that is like probably a big deal for people that they won't be able to use if possible. But again, this event is going to be amazing because, again, you're not playing for an org anymore where it's like, all right, I'm playing for G2. Like what does that mean? Like, obviously, like G2 is great and all, but it's like, I think it's a little bit of a bigger deal when it's like, I'm playing for G2 or I'm playing for Team Canada or I'm playing for Team USA. Like, that changes things. The pressure is there. The will to want to win for the country is there. Because, like, sure, you want to win for the org, but for the most part, you want to win for yourselves and for your fans, but whatever. But now you're winning for a whole country. It's going to be so much fun to just see fans come out of the woodwork, too. Like, I think events like this will always bring in a huge casual audience just because, like, you immediately know what to root for. Right? You are like, all right, I'm from USA. Oh, there's Team USA. I'm rooting for them. It's the same thing when you watch the Olympics. No one knows who any of these people are because no one watches like swimming for 3 years. They wait until it begins for the Olympics, and for USA, we're like, we love our swimmers. because they're really good and they win gold, but it's like it's only because they're from USA. So I think it's going to bring in a lot of good casual audience. Hopefully we get them hooked, we get them back into the RLCS ecosystem, and then we get a bunch of new fans there. But it's going to be a ton of fun. I'm really, really excited. Hopefully I get to work it. Who knows? Who knows? But I can't wait. It's gonna be great. This Poland event might be the greatest LAN we ever put on. 4-day event, 16 teams, group stage, the underdog potential. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. I'll let me know what you guys think in the YouTube comments below about the formats, about the prize money, about can't use Batmobile, whatever you want. And we'll talk about it there. But thank you guys for watching again. The dates, which I should probably say the dates. Let me go back. That's the only other thing I didn't really do. So signups are now, but the dates. Where am I going here? Here we go. I thought they were on here. Here we go. Yeah, May 2nd and 3rd for a few of these guys. Then May 9th and 10th, May 16th and 17th. So these are the dates there. Those weekends for the live qualifiers for your country or for your region, whichever one it is. Now, again, real quick, if you are in the region of Europe, you cannot participate with other Europeans that are not from your country. You still have to make a team from your country, like Team Italy or the Netherlands or whatever. And this fly is still here. I think I got him. No, I didn't get him. There. Oh. No. I guess that's it for the this video, because this fly is going to kill me. But yeah. Make your teams now. Sign up now for the Intel World Open. It is going to be a blast. And hopefully, I'll see you in Tokyo. Later.